Right, welcome back to the Barbells and Banter podcast, where we have a new uh, guest, Ethan Anderson,
I guess, yeah.
previous powerlifter and bodybuilder, and I have some questions for you, Ethan.
Perfect. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, these were just the ones that were put on a story a couple days ago. So
Yeah, I got plenty of questions through in the story, so
yeah,
a lot of them are ones as well that probably could do with being answered, and
yeah,
a lot of them I actually get asked relatively frequently, so
yeah. Might as well
probably good to
put a
get out
list of them
there.
up. So realistically, how long should one person be on a bulk for? Like, is there such a thing as a specific period of time?
I actually DM the guy who sent me this because I know him anyway.
Yeah.
And he's done photo shoots and stuff in the past. Like he has obviously leaned out and then bulked up and stuff. And I was chatting to him about it. Um, I actually said the biggest thing is not really to look at time frame.
Yeah.
It's just look at visuals. So like if you finish off your cut and you're like, okay, time to bulk now, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna bulk for 18 weeks. You get 8 weeks in and you're fat. It's like you maybe shouldn't keep
Shouldn't
going.
be.
Diminishing returns at that point. You want to try and still keep lean
Yeah.
to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Um, so usually just going off visuals because the limiting factor is going to be how much body fat you end up sticking on.
Yeah.
So even in regard to like insulin sensitivity, nutrient partitioning, um, day to day as well is going to be impacted by it.
Yeah. Like
So if you, as
I'm
long as
just
you just
going.
look off visuals and think, well, what's my body fat at, and it's like, oh, I'm getting kind of fat, probably trying to cut.
Yeah. Like I think I did gain a bit of body fat from prep into this comp I just did last weekend, and so now we're. I won't really lay out all the details because this is about you, but I think we're doing like a 3 month cut to 75, 76 kilos, and then I'm relatively lean already, so I think we're just gonna like cut out as much body fat as we can over the 3 months, and then see where we're at from there.
Are you
Just
looking
sort
to go
of
down to 74s, or are you just
no,
like body
no,
recomp?
just body
You're
recomp down
staying
to
body
bottom
recomp,
of
yeah.
bottom of 83s, and then probably
Mhm.
a nice lean bulk after that into prep.
Yeah,
Because
that's the
that'll be
best
nice
approach anyway.
because I'll be cutting for right until the day after exams finish. So
Mhm.
then after that it'll be summer for me. So
Yeah, well, that's handy.
yeah,
And I would always say cutting before you go on to do a bulk is
yeah,
doesn't really matter what your composition is, to be honest, as long as you're not
yeah,
like really, really skinny bone, skinny fat.
yeah.
Like
That's
you're
prep.
usually grand to just like cut straight down and get lean
Yeah,
and stick the mass on from there because in terms of all aspect of your body functions, you're going to be improved. Whenever you're absolutely thick skin pilled, your ability to put muscle mass on is massively improved to compared to,
yeah,
if you are at like 20% body fat.
yeah. And then
Once you get to a certain point, it's diminishing returns. So you may as well get lean, keep the muscle you have, and then just build up from there.
yeah, and then on the topic of my like 3 month cut, Reese was saying to me that like cutting down this body fat will mean that my leverages will be better, so I could see a bit of improvement in
Mhm.
my squat and deadlifts leverages.
Mhm.
So obviously bending down, you'll have a little bit less of a belly. I don't have that much of a belly anyway, but still see a difference in leverages in that while
Yeah,
doing it.
yeah, 100%. Even just general range of movement over everything
Yeah,
is
I
better. It
absolutely
gives you
love
more
that.
free. Just gives you more freedom to move. Like if you're squatting and you're holding body fat, maybe around your lower belly or you know
Yeah,
your hamstrings and stuff, how deep you can get down or what way your leverages work or your mobility wise,
yeah,
you're going to be limited to a certain degree. So if you can actually trim that off, then it allows a lot more freedom of movement. So it's a good approach to take. I think that's a smart move on that.
yeah. So is it easier to carry over from bodybuilding to powerlifting or vice versa?
Actually, I think this was Tim's. Because me and Tim talk about this a lot. We're always like, what's harder? And I'm not going to answer that.
Yeah.
Um, read the question out one more time.
Is it easier to carry over from bodybuilding to powerlifting, or vice versa? So what's it easier to carry over from?
I would say going from bodybuilding to powerlifting is probably easier.
Yeah,
I would say so.
probably.
Because in an ideal world, if you're doing powerlifting, you're doing bodybuilding, and you're like nailing it, they're very similar. Like I literally put,
Yeah,
I was telling you this before we started here. I put a post up about
yeah,
that there in my story. Like if you're nailing everything, they're pretty much the same thing. You're just prioritizing one you know
yeah,
type of movement over another.
yeah,
So if you're a powerlifter, you're doing your SBD, and that's your main focus. If you're a bodybuilder, you're just looking at the overall and just
yeah,
training as a whole. But from a powerlifting standpoint, that doesn't mean training as a whole. It
yeah.
just goes out the
And
window.
then powerlifting, you
Um,
obviously have your accessories that are bodybuilding
yeah.
related. So you're
hmm
still
And if
putting
you're
on
nailing
muscle
it,
mass, just whatever block you're doing.
so it's the exact same thing. And to be honest, 90% of the time, maybe 90's overshooting it a wee bit, but a large majority of powerlifters, I would say, don't nail their accessories or hypertrophy
Yeah,
movements to the same ability that a bodybuilder would.
yeah, of
I
course.
would say they don't nail their nutrition to the same extent that a bodybuilder would. They don't maximize their lifestyle to the same extent a
Yeah,
bodybuilder would.
and they don't
So
notice that
from
if
going
they
from
do,
powerlifting,
yeah,
if they do that,
if they
massive
do,
improvements,
yeah, yeah,
massive
like
improvements.
that's where you see people at the
So
top.
yeah, 100%. So for you to go from powerlifting to bodybuilding, you would need to implement and make a routine out of all of that,
Yeah,
and it probably be new for most people.
yeah,
Bodybuilding, you already have majority of that nailed, and you just need to now be like, oh, I'm going to shift my focus from this, which is just standard hypertrophy across the board, to oh, let's work on SBD, and you start going
hypertrophy.
slightly more, and you're still doing all the stuff you're already doing
Yeah,
exactly. So it's you're sort of powerlifting to bodybuilding. You've got for most people a large degree of change to make the move. Bodybuilding, you're probably it's going to be pretty nailed across the board anyway. So you're just having to change what your focus is.
yeah. Like even with the nutrition thing, like since we were on a call earlier, we were talking about my nutrition because I've been a picky eater since the day I was born, pretty much, and we're sort of trying to think because obviously I'm going on a 5 kilo cut in for 3 months, so we were thinking about certain foods that I could cut out for better foods because I'm not like I don't eat a lot of food. It's or no a lot. I don't eat a lot of fruit. It's mainly like bananas and stuff. That's what I sort of stick
Yeah.
to. So we said about changing like cereal from breakfast to them 450 gram skier tubs with the 40 grams
Yeah.
protein. You get a little
hmm
that with like berries mixed in for breakfast, and then that's a good 40
Yeah.
grams of protein meal,
hmm
and it actually works out cheaper than a box of cereal for a
Yeah.
week
Handy.
and healthier.
Handy. Yeah. As long as you're like that there is under the assumption you're going to be cutting.
Yeah,
Yeah, but as long as you have carbs around training time, like, do you really need them any other time?
yeah, and then
If you're training at
it's
like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, do you really need carbs first thing
like
in the morning? Probably not.
if I'm training at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, why am I having 60 grams of carbs for breakfast? That's just gonna be
Yeah.
like obviously I'll be going to school, so I'll be having some sort of carbs in the morning. But
hmm
the skier and berries method actually works out less calories in the skier method. So
Yeah.
I've already sort of worked that out in my head.
Yeah. Grand. You got any fats or anything involved in that?
Uh, I didn't really think too much.
I don't know if we discussed that or anything. Probably sick fats in it.
Probably
Um,
like some sort of like olive oil
just
or
just
something.
because not even sick some dark
Yeah.
chocolate in it.
Oh, dark chocolate. Yeah.
Sick dark chocolate in it. Yeah, I guess some 90% dark chocolate and like microwave it and drip it over.
Yeah.
Um,
We're like carrying nutrition into these questions as well. So
is there any
that's
nutrition questions on there? I actually just took a small
um,
glance over it.
I don't think so.
Sick.
I mean, we're sort of adding in nutrition anyway. Uh,
You
so
think
what were
having
we at? Is it easier to carry over from bodybuilding to powerlifting? Did we answer that
yeah,
already? Yeah.
yeah, it's easier to carry over bodybuilding to powerlifting.
Yeah. Right.
That's the way I'm going to put
So
it. Hate
What
me
would
if
you
you
tell
disagree.
someone
Okay.
who's never stepped foot in a gym who wants to powerlift or bodybuild?
This was Adam sent this. It's fucking. What would I tell someone? They were coming to the gym.
Never stepped
Probably
foot
just
in a gym.
do like, probably just do a fuck ton of repetition. To be honest, if you're new to
Yeah.
something, just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Just don't
Never
worry
do
about
that
anything
again.
else. Just go in and just fucking start doing a shit ton of it. You know, if I had someone in and they were like, "Oh, I want to do powerlifting," but they've never deadlifted before, like Imogen's a good example of this.
Yeah.
And she'd like never really deadlifted, never really squatted, never really benched. Just fucking
Sorry, two
hammer it.
seconds.
Just you're right.
Sorry, my dogs run wild.
Right.
Right, keep going.
I would say just hammer repetition as much as you can
Yeah,
and just get as much done.
I'd agree.
So if you're new to movements, just do them all the time. I even remember back in the day whenever I first started the gym, I like just loved cleans for whatever reason. I just
can't
loved
actually
cleans.
relate. Like
I
I've done
fucking
the odd
loved
clean.
them. I think it was just rugby. I think it was rugby.
Yeah.
I was just like, these are fucking class. And I like went from I think I still have videos of me doing cleans. And they were fucking shocking. And I started like 50 kilos. And I just kept doing them, kept doing them.
What, just clean to the shoulder?
Yeah, just a normal
Yeah.
clean, no press, just a normal clean. And I ended up like in the span of like 6 months when I was like 15, like whenever I like just passed my 16th birthday,
Yeah.
I worked my way up from like really crap 50 kilo cleans for like 3 to like an 100 kilo clean for 1.
Damn.
I know.
Learning
I
new
think
things.
back on that and I'm like, why the fuck did I go powerlifting and not weightlifting? Like I was like 15, 16 doing 100 kilo cleans.
Yeah.
Bit absurd.
Like I can't say I could do
Um,
that.
I fucking couldn't do it today.
Like I could do a clean and press with 70 kilos. I've done it a couple times just for like
You'd be able to do
fun
more
over.
with more than 70.
Yeah.
My camera being fucking so gay. There
My
we go.
shoulders just annoy me though because it's like we're obviously working on this prep, but it's definitely more my front delts, and I did have previous shoulder problems, so that's probably
Mhm.
a reason. Because 70 is still sort of a
Was
struggle. Obviously, it's fine to get up to my shoulders, but it's pressing.
those kids pressing 70 kilos is hard enough anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
So
but original question.
yeah,
Just do loads of repetitions.
yeah,
Loads of repetitions. If you want to fast track it, get a coach.
yeah. I'd highly recommend
Pretty
getting a
much.
coach.
Yeah.
It's
If you're new to the gym and you want to go into a sport like bodybuilding or powerlifting, do your own research, do a shit ton of repetitions,
yeah,
and get a coach and fast track your way there as quick as possible.
especially get
Um,
somebody who's like who's walked the walk, basically, because
yeah.
I'll know myself because I started just doing stuff with my mates and we were doing like 4 sets of 16 exercises in a workout, and that's how I ended up getting like tennis elbow
Yeah.
and overuse injury.
Mhm.
So the reason I haven't still got that, but not the reason I fixed it, was because I got a coach. Because I ended up having to fix it myself. But we got there,
Yeah.
and then
It's
I've been
probably
working
been
with my
very
coach
well
for 9 months.
prevented.
So yeah,
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah.
My
probably
12's
one of the best
crazy.
things I've ever done. Is get a coach.
I still see people out there doing like 3 sets of 12
Yeah,
and doing like the same movement pattern like for 3 exercises during their session.
yeah,
It's like what? I saw a thing the other day and it was someone put their workout up and they had like it was like a high rocks person. It was like an athlete guy.
yeah.
And he does high rocks and stuff and it was his gym session. And he did like he started off with like 4 sets of Bulgarians. And I was like, okay, fucking hammering the single leg work here. And then he got down the workout, like 2 exercises, and then it was 3 sets of single leg lunges.
So you're doing 7
I was
sets
like,
of single leg stuff. God.
it's the exact same movement pattern.
Yeah,
It's the exact same thing.
it's like doing a barbell press and a flat barbell press and then a flat dumbbell press in the same workout. You're just doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe the dumbbell press will have a little bit more range range of motion, but it's still the
Yeah,
same plane of
yeah,
movement.
I would say so. Like from a purely hypertrophy standpoint, yeah,
Yeah,
like 100%. It is
because
fucking stupid.
whenever I sort of got the hang of things, I was doing like, I used to do Arnold split like whenever I started and actually like got the hang of things. So I was doing, I think I had 4 chest exercises, 4 back. So it
Mm.
was something like 2 press, 2 fly for chest. It was a flat press and an incline press, and then a high to low fly, and I think like just a pec deck. But they were like not right after each other, but it was like 1 press, then 1 fly, then 1 press, 1 fly. I don't even know if that's like the best thing to do, but it's
That's just a lot. It's like just kind of redundant,
is it?
in my opinion, a wee bit.
What would you say instead?
I mean, you could do it. Like you are biased in different parts of it.
Yeah,
You are going like yes, you're doing a flat, and then you're doing an incline, then you're doing a flat, then you're doing
this
an
was
incline.
Reese McTurnigan's idea, by the
Fuck me, lad. I coached this guy as well.
way.
When did he have this idea?
It wasn't his full idea, but I like sort of agreed with it.
When was this?
This was like years ago.
Okay, thank fuck.
Maybe
If
not
he
10
said this
years ago, but
recent, I
close
would
to
have
it.
had to. Okay. Why not just do a couple sets of like a normal press and a couple sets of flies?
True.
You know, how many times are you training chest in a week?
It would have been 2.
One or two. Just one of them days
So I think it would have
prior. One
been.
of them days do more flat, and one of them days do more
It
incline.
was it was Arnold split, so it was chest and back, shoulders and arms, legs, then repeat,
Hmm.
and then have the Sunday off.
Yeah, there's a lot of sessions as well.
True.
Um,
It
yeah.
was mainly over the
It-
summer of like 2024, I think, and we just had so much time on our hands.
I mean, fair enough. It's one of those things that you just do, and it's like,
Yeah.
to be fair, is it gonna? Is it like not gonna work? Like, yes, it's gonna work.
I will say my chest is
Majority
the most
majority of things are
dominant
gonna work.
part of my body, but it still isn't. So
Say that again.
uh, my chest has never been the most dominant part of my body, so it could have been that, or else like my chest is still not the most dominant part. Like
I know
if
the feeling.
if I show my physique, it's not like
Your
massive
chest isn't
chest.
like, yeah.
It's not like the
Same
chest
here.
that
To
Reese
be fair,
has.
Reese
McTurnigan.
McTurnigan.
Yes.
I don't actually think I don't remember the last time I seen him with his top off.
Hairy chest.
It'd be handy if he it'd be handy if he felt like his chicken sheet. Like, yeah.
I hope he listens to this.
To be fair, like, it'd be handy if any of
He
them
should
felt that.
listen to it.
It'd be fucking handy if any of them did it.
See,
I actually I had the same bit.
Reese gets on
I
people's
think I've
cases.
had the same. Oh, it's
Reese
fucking
gets on
brutal.
people's
Like,
cases, but like Peter Bridges had a call with him as well, and he referred to me as like as an example for like filming my stuff. So Peter told me that, and I
Aye.
was like, happy days.
fucking right. But it's mad. People just don't fill shit out. I think I've had to send messages out like every other week, being like, "Hey guys," like I
You should
started off, I was like,
you
"Hey
should
guys,
just
just
make a
remember,
scheduled
fill out the check-in
message.
sheet. Like it's there to help you. Like,
Yeah,
I can do a lot more with you with this information, and it's just
yeah.
progressed to like get your fucking finger out.
It's just like
Like, what are we
sending
doing?
all of your accessories to your coach as well, because
Yeah.
I think I said to you the other night I send
Nah.
Reese like 80 videos a week for 4 sessions.
Yeah.
So like that's like 18, 19 videos.
Like that's fucking like class. I'd be like, holy fuck, yes. And then like,
That would be me, Bobby, and Tom Irwin that send him all that. As far as I
yeah.
know, Peter does as well, but sometimes time restrictions and stuff, which is understandable. But I've got a lot of feedback from it. And it's like, does your coach even know you if he's not watching your accessories and giving you feedback for it as well as your compounds? But that's just me.
I actually had to start getting everybody really sending me over accessories because I sort of look. This was whenever I was still in the gym, and I would see
Yeah.
people like someone like mine was training every now and again, like when I wasn't there, and I'd see them and be like, "What the fuck's that?"
Are you pushing this?
Like I looked at Adam on a leg press one day, and he was like going buck mad, getting into the set, and I was like, "Fucking right, good man." I watched his set, and I was like, "This is atrocious
It's
shit.
like
Like, this is
RP7,
fuck."
maybe 9 or something.
See, I don't prescribe RPEs for accessory work or well,
Yeah.
accessory work, hypertrophy work. I'll prescribe it for what I would deem accessory work would be like secondaries or stuff that's really specific to the
Mm.
movements. But hypertrophy work, so like a leg press, for example,
Yeah.
or your adductors, hamstring curls, Bulgarians,
Yeah.
whatever it is you're doing, I would never prescribe an RPE. I would just say fucking hammer it. You
Just
know,
failure.
yeah,
Fair enough.
failure to as you get further into the program and we're looking to drive fatigue down a wee bit more and recovery up, start leaving some reps because
Yeah.
the difference between 1 to 2 reps in reserve to failure is like not loads
Yeah.
from a hypertrophy standpoint, but from a fatigue standpoint, there's like way more fatigue generated from going all the way to failure compared to like 1 rep in reserve. Like there's massive
Yeah.
difference. So
Because
a
stuff like
lot of the time you can
repetitions and
actually
stuff like
free
that.
up a lot just by like being like, here, dad, just you know, stop a rep or two before you normally do.
Yeah.
Um, which for a long time there was probably the way they were doing it, like standard.
I love how we're just taking
So they,
shots at your clients now.
I don't give a flying fuck.
Fill in your sheets and you don't get shots shot at you.
Fill in your sheets, lads.
Uh, so
I'll be
are
alright.
genetics more important than work ethic, like dash bodybuilding?
This is so controversial. This is so controversial.
Do you know who asked it?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't think it was a client. I would know if it was a client. I don't think it was a client asked it, but it was somebody. Fucking controversial shit. Um, Genetics versus work ethic. Genetics.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If you're bodybuilding and you're doing it to like a decent standard, like, and you've got top class fucking genetics,
Yeah.
you're probably gonna beat people anyway.
Yeah. Rather than somebody has the
You know,
same work ethic or more, but not the
someone
same
could have
genetics.
great, unbelievable, like fully unrivaled work ethic locally. Let's say take PCA for example. If I were to go compete,
Yeah.
and I'm competing here in 5 weeks, there could be people at that show who are fucking workhorses, but have the most crap genetics you've ever seen. Like, their shape's awful.
Yeah.
Muscle bellies are shite. They're just probably overall are not great. But they have a crazy work ethic.
Yeah. Yeah. That doesn't
They've
deserve the
worked
effort.
they've worked harder than everybody else, but genetic wise they're crap.
Yeah.
And then you put someone who's like worked as much as needed to like get
Yeah.
on stage, but they've got unbelievable genetics. Like they're going to beat you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, they either have it or they don't. Like the guy who has it is always going to beat the guy who doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Like without a doubt,
What
unless
about
they just
for
really fuck shit up.
what about for powerlifting?
That's different. I would say you always have genetic freaks.
Yeah. Like
You always
Billy
have genetic
Sykes,
freaks in powerlifting.
Joe
I think,
Bornstein.
yeah, you always do. You'll not. A lot of the junior lads who are like taking everything over
Yeah. Like Will
are
Ball
like
as well.
you can't even involve work ethic in the discussion. Like, yeah, do
Some
they
people
probably have
do work their
unreal work?
arses off. In all fairness, like
They probably
the
all do work their arses off themselves as
yeah.
well.
I know
But
Alex
if you
Simpson
think
does work it
if you
and
think work
works
ethic
hard.
is going to bring you to that same standard, let's say you started powerlifting when you were like 17, 18,
Yeah.
and you're trying to get on like the same level as them by like, some of them are 19, 20, 21. Sorry, 90%, 99% of people aren't going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
You could work just as hard, if not harder, and you'll never reach
Well,
that. But like, that's another really interesting thing to talk about as well. You getting something sorted?
yeah, no, I'm just saying what age Austin Perkins is.
That's a good question.
Um, 26 at Sheffield.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
he's like 3 years older than Joe Bornstein.
He's still quite young.
Yeah, like
Um,
in terms of sport, like any sport, that's still quite young.
yeah, but for powerlifting, you're always going to have genetic freaks, and I think you're probably going to have to. A lot of the time, it'll not matter how hard you
Yeah,
work. If we take genetic freaks in like a local sense,
yeah,
take let's take like Maverick for example.
yeah. I was gonna say Maverick.
Like take Maverick for example. If Maverick were to like really lay off the gas for a year and like
Mm.
just like coast through, people would overtake him.
Yeah,
He's not so absurd to the point where it's like, holy fuck, you know what? Let's just leave this weight class forever and never come back.
yeah. It's not like.
It's like if he were to
Do you
take the
know
foot
Shell
off,
Backlund?
no.
Uh, Small guy. He went to 66s instead of 74s. He used to compete with Perk.
No idea. I'm not up to date with the
Norwegian.
powerlifting, to be honest.
You'd probably know him if you saw a picture of him, but
Maybe.
people say he pussied off to a different weight to the 66s because he couldn't compete with Perk.
Is it probably true?
It probably is, but
Probably true.
I wouldn't say what I believe, like, but it probably is. He's still one of the best
Yeah.
pound for pound lifters of all time, like, but
You can still be one of the best lifters out there,
yeah,
100%. And like, never reach the same level as other people.
yeah,
You know, you can definitely spend a lot of time. Like, majority of people are going to spend a lot of time, one, being pretty fucking average.
yeah,
And you just need to, like, ride that out and be completely fine with it.
yeah,
Because you're going to be shit for a while. Doesn't matter what you do, you're going to be shit for a while. And then you're going to be average. And you're
yeah,
probably going to be average for a fucking good amount of time.
yeah,
And then you will eventually find the ball gets rolling more and more, and you will improve, and you will get better, and you will get better, and you will get better, until
yeah,
maybe you end up, competing internationally, or you go to British Nats, or
yeah,
you get to Worlds, and you get there, and then the legs of the person you were talking about there, it's like he got all the way to the point where he's probably one of the best pound for pound lifters.
yeah.
And is he on the same level, or would he have reached the same level as the legs of Austin Perkins? What do you think? You probably know better than me.
Wait, say
Do you
that
reckon he
again.
ever would have reached that? Do you reckon he ever would have reached the same heights as Austin Perkins?
Maybe, but I
Maybe.
think he he's got a long time in powerlifting compared to Austin Perkins. Like he's been competing for 17 years.
Okay, so you
So
can say Austin Perkins is probably going to be in it a
he
lot
probably
longer
had his
and
prime
probably going to
before
take the
Perk
cake in
did.
the long term.
Yeah,
Yeah. So even a lad like that, who has probably experienced everything I've laid out, has still managed to work his way all the way up there from just genuine grit and work ethic and
yeah,
probably being, yes, maybe slightly more genetically gifted than most people.
yeah,
But there's still people out there far more blessed than him, as we see.
yeah,
And like it's just that work ethic is gone there. So you 100% can bring yourself the whole way up.
yeah. Uh,
And that
what's
applies to bodybuilding as well. That does
yeah,
apply to bodybuilding.
yeah. What's the hardest part of prep that isn't talked about? So I think this is a
Fucking
bodybuilding
prep.
question.
Prep. Yeah, it is. Prep brain probably.
Was it
Do you know what I mean by that? Prep brain. It's
prep
like
brain?
your brain stops working.
Mm,
You so my long term memory, like I'm 5 weeks out right now. My long term memory, like Grant.
yeah,
Short term
short
memory,
term.
fucking
Oh,
goldfish.
yeah.
Fucking
Same.
goldfish. Like I don't know. You
That
could tell me something and I would just forget it like within 30 seconds. And I'm not normally like that.
that was me for all of the 4 week peak before comp, pretty much.
Yeah.
All most of it.
It's just fucked.
Yeah,
I think it's one, the really low body fat level, but then also just the general accumulation of fatigue
yeah,
is probably what leads to it because you're like barely getting any food. Your body's like, we're dying, and you're still pushing it.
yeah,
There's no like, oh, take a deload and like, de-stress, do this. So you get your refeeds. Like I had a refeed yesterday. I had a big refeed yesterday. And I had woke up this morning, got my photos sent over, and we were like, I were still a wee bit flat, so we did more food today.
yeah,
Um, That was it. And I probably feel a wee bit better for that now.
Yeah.
But come like this Friday, I'll be like, holy fuck, I feel like crap. And memory out the window, brain out the window. Um, it's just shite. It's
Yeah.
just fucking ass. Like,
I don't think I've had enough
um,
experience for it, like, but I don't understand what you mean.
I think going again, like, you don't even need to compete, but I would say pretty much everybody. I would really recommend just getting really, really, really fucking diced. Just once. Just do it once and just experience it because it's fucking grim. You feel amazing. Yes. You look in the mirror and you're like, I look fucking unreal. Every other aspect of your life, horrible.
Yeah.
Fucking horrible. You know, irritated all the time, memories out the window. Like, you just feel like shit.
Yeah.
But you look amazing, so it's like an
You
easy
look at
trade
this, so
off.
that's all that matters. Like, yeah.
You look fucking, so who cares?
I don't get how some people do it, like, purely just to be as skinny as possible, because you can't, like, maintain that all year round.
I know. I don't get it either.
It'd be too impacting. Mr. Hemi has texted me. I'm on
What's
my
he
way
saying?
back. If I don't text you by 20 past, presume without me. Or
Okay.
resume without me. I will be
Resume
attending.
without you.
Or I will be
That's right.
attending, he said. Right.
It's okay. Well, we'll
So,
see what time's it now. I will just to carry on with that, I would say the worst thing about prep is probably just that prep brain, and then like emotional regulation is a hard one
yeah.
to
And like,
probably get past a lot of the time. Like I would definitely find myself getting really snappy,
yeah.
like over fucking nothing, over nothing, literally fuck
Yeah.
all.
Just
Like they're probably the
going
hardest
with the
things to
flow.
deal with is just regulating yourself, and then genuine just function day to day is
Going
probably the
about,
hardest
yeah,
two things.
going about normal life.
Because like everything else moves around you, you still need to do everything you were doing before.
Yeah, just
Nothing actually gets to change.
less food,
Yeah,
short,
just
bad short term memory, that sort of thing.
yeah,
Because
just crap.
I genuinely like, I went out on a drive with Peter earlier, and I don't even know if it's like caffeine or something
Oh
that's
man,
like
I've had
causing
800
short term
milligrams of
memory.
caffeine today.
800.
800.
I just had one monster, like, but
See these here? These are fucking unreal. Holy shit! 200 milligrams of caffeine in them. There is 2 grams of beta alanine. I've had 4 today. Still
uh,
fucking like just to keep me functioning. To be honest.
fair enough. What was I gonna say? Yes, so I was out with Peter, after doing about an hour cardio on the treadmill, and then I put my bag with my keys in the back of his car, and I got out of his car like an hour and a half later after he dropped me home, and got the bag, and I was like, where the hell are my keys? But like, I I put them in that pocket multiple times that day, because I obviously had to use the keys to open the gym, and then I went up to the shop during the time I was at the gym, and came back, put them in my bag in the same pocket, and I still couldn't remember that they were in that pocket. That's just kind of the short term memory I've been having for a while. Like, yeah, then again, it could be
Probably
caffeine, but
just
you know,
probably just could be caffeine.
yeah,
Could
that's something
be
I haven't looked
fatigue.
into in a while. It could also be fatigue,
Yeah,
because I was still am sort of just in a post comp block.
yeah.
What is something first time competitors underestimate? So we'll start with bodybuilding.
Oh, first time competitor. I have fucking no clue who asked this. Uh, First time competitors for bodybuilding. What do they underestimate? Tell you something you don't think about. Getting your tan done.
Hmm. Well, like how easy it is,
Uh
or like how you're gonna look.
huh. So how you're going to
I
look is a
never
big one,
really
to be
give a
fair. how you're going to look is a big one, to be fair. Whenever you get your tan and you look at yourself, you're like, holy fuck, like I've just leveled up about 10 times here. But I mean the actual going down and getting your tan done.
Yeah,
People, like,
just
I just
detailed
did
out.
not consider, like, what that room would be like or what that process would be like. And then you're
Yeah,
like, you get in and you get to the reception hall and they like call you in and you're like, oh, you four, come in, get the fuck. And you're like, oh, sweet. And they're like, strip down to your boxers. No, no, actually, let me correct myself. Strip all the way down and take this sock.
oh,
Hmm.
no, because I
Not
remember
fucking
it
taking the
must have
best.
been the day of, or the day after you did it, and like you looked yellow, and this was for your first comp, because I remember it like
Hmm.
coming in, and you were just dreading it, like coming into that gym.
I think that was the day I got like, I ended up getting a tan done like a few weeks prior to show, like 2 weeks out.
Yeah,
I think that's the one. Um, and that was literally just to test and see how the tan would look. But it's the
yeah,
process of getting the tan done, which is like you don't consider it whatsoever because you
yeah,
are literally sitting there and it's you and like 20 other fucking lads. Like you're standing in this tent with like a sock over your dick.
yeah.
Like that's it. That's your only cover is a sock over your dick. You have to actually pull it open, stick your dick and balls in it, and then let it go back, and it just holds it there. And then
I
you need
thought
to
it looked
get in
quite
this
graceful,
fucking
lad. Like,
tanning booth. You have to get in this tanning booth and like pure spread it and like do like all kinds of poses until you get your tan done.
yeah,
And then you go out and they're like, go buy that fan to like dry off. And they're like, okay. And they're like, don't drop your arms by your side, keep your hands over head. And they're like, oh, okay, okay. You're already feeling mega fucking awkward. Hopefully, I got lucky. I made conversation with like some other lads who were my age, like just before I went in.
yeah,
So like I was fine to go over and speak to them. We were like, oh man, it's fucking weird. Like, so we were grand. But then you also don't think you're standing there with your hands like this here for like a good 4 minutes. And if you try to
yeah,
drop your arms, the ladies are like, get them arms up. Mate, it's a fucking full workout. When your show's the next morning and you already are like feeling pretty crap and everything kind of hurts anyway,
yeah,
and you're literally just standing here with your hands over your head, like agony. Shoulders were in
yeah,
agony. Brittle. But that there, horrible.
yeah.
Horrible. Um, I'll probably be better to give a serious one this as well, wouldn't I? That there is a serious one,
Yeah.
but for a first time bodybuilding player, what was it? Something you underestimate?
Yeah.
Underestimate. Um, First time bodybuilders usually underestimate how lean they actually get.
Mm,
Um, it was actually the first timer show of the season today,
mm.
so it was the very first timer show of the year. Um, this morning, this afternoon, and there's one thing you see like universally across the board is they're not all really that like dialed in. They're not that lean.
Yeah.
Like they're lean enough to get on stage, yeah. Like they're
They're not
grand.
that lean.
They're not really that lean to be honest. You
Yeah.
know, they're not. And it's just because people sort of underestimate how lean you actually get and how extreme the diet needs to go.
Yeah.
Which I think is also branches off from people underestimate how like strict you really need to be with yourself.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like oh I need to like stick to this diet plan and then it's like oh I have an extra like snack jacks rice cake
Yeah.
like with breakfast this morning because I feel pretty fucked. It's like you feel pretty fucked and then you go do fasted steps and then you come and eat like the smallest wee bowl of food and like you don't
Yeah.
put a fuss up about it at all. Like you just need to do that. So
Yeah.
I would say people underestimate just how lean you need to get and the amount of work you actually need to start shifting to do that. Is
On
probably the
so
biggest one.
little fuel.
Like I was guilty of that as well. Like last year, I was pretty diced last year, but I'm 5 weeks out, just under 5 weeks out.
Yeah.
It was 5 weeks exactly yesterday. Um, and I'm leaner right now than I was on stage last year.
Yeah. Do you get
Like
like body
first,
fat measurements?
nah, they're
Or
usually
just
wrong
sort of
anyway.
what they look at?
Like you're going on visuals most of the time. Like
Yeah.
you could sort of just say like if you're looking at it from a bodybuilding standpoint, it's like you don't need to know what someone's body fat actually is. It's like, are you fucking peeled? Yes or no. It's like,
It's like
oh, I'm
how peeled are
12%.
you
It's
usually?
like I'm 10% body fat. It's like nobody cares.
Yeah, because in all fairness,
It's
they're
like
not gonna
you're
test
like
your
you
body
do
fat on
you look
stage.
lean or do you not look lean?
Yeah,
It's like, oh, I
but
got on
yeah,
stage and I was 12% body fat. Okay, but like your abs
like
didn't really
someone
show
could be
through.
better at a slightly higher body fat or something.
Hundred
Obviously,
percent,
yeah,
100%. Yeah, yeah. And people can get leaner quicker. People can appear lower body fat when they're actually not. So I
yeah,
actually take my coach Jordan is a good example of this. That lad, like peak off season, had fully striated triceps,
yeah.
fully feathered triceps, fully feathered. So like he would flex his tricep and there was just the lines all across it. But like peak
Aye,
off season, it's just because he's got so much muscle mass on them. They're just such a big muscle for him. Um, that it just whatever way it stretches the skin, it's just so thin.
yeah,
It just ends up on that. Um, but yeah, it's usually just are you peeled or are you not? But I would say for me personally, this year round, I'm 5 weeks out and I'm leaner than I was last year. Like I did bodybuilding and all. I'm mainly going men's physique this year, but
yeah,
I will be doing one like junior bodybuilding show at the NABA
yeah.
where you're in the trunks. Um, and last year whenever I did that, I did the teen. I could still do the teen, but it
Push
would.
it higher.
I'm not gonna big myself up here, but it's like I'd be smurfing like I'd actually be smurfing.
I do
Like
agree.
just honestly, bot lobbies. I've seen some of the lads there. Bot lobbies, like so wank.
Oh,
So I may as well go for the juniors. But whenever I was on that stage last year, like my glutes, like they were like still so fat. Like you couldn't see a line on them.
yeah.
Hamstrings, nah, couldn't see any of it. Fucking shite.
Will
Whereas
those
this year, it's like
four?
I'm 5 weeks out and there's lines all the way down,
Yeah,
which is sick to be fair.
fair enough. Yeah, so we'll do one more question here, then we'll add Adam to the call because he's ready.
See you jumping in.
Yep. So
That's okay.
and then what is something first time competitors underestimate for powerlifting?
Why? Other half of this question. What do they underestimate
Because
for
it's a joint
powerlifting?
question, but I just decided to split it into two. I'm trying to think myself actually.
I honestly think people are more prone to overestimating in
Mm,
powerlifting, to be honest.
overestimating like
Um,
what numbers they'll hit on the day.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
because
But I would say underestimating. The biggest thing that people would underestimate is how important, like, everything outside your SBD is.
yeah, yeah, highly agree.
Like,
I
people
mean,
are like, oh, I'm going to do powerlifting. And it's like, oh, they just think SBD, squat, bench, deadlift.
and then
And
they
they
don't.
really underestimate, like, how much of an impact all your hypertrophy working accessories has and how
Yeah,
much your sleep has and actual proper, like, pre and post workout nutrition.
yeah, because
Like, I
it's
would
like if
say
you were to
that's the
do high
biggest
impact
thing.
cardio before one SBD and then or low impact cardio or no cardio before another SBD, like it'll be a night and day difference between like say if you did like
Yeah.
high rocks training right before an SBD, your body
Yeah.
will be cooked.
Aye. You would
Rather than
never.
if you did
I actually
heavy
have a
lifting
post about
before.
this, which is, yeah, I agree. I have a post on this, which I just made before hopping on here. So it'll probably be out after this. Just about like the uses of cardio in general, but then there is a section on it for strength athletes. And it's like, majority of the time, like, like, you need to just ask yourself the questions what is cardio being used for a strength athlete? It's like, one, overall CV, two,
Yeah,
weight management or control,
yeah,
or three, does the athlete get many steps throughout the week normally if they were
yeah,
to not do some form of cardio or actual prescribed steps? And if any of that lines up with like, oh yeah, probably add this in, like add it in, but
yeah,
you're probably getting enough high intensity cardio from the general lifting. Like just not even rep work.
Like,
Like just general lifting at all.
yeah,
Like rep work, yes, is involved. It's longer. It's a longer duration. But if
yeah,
you were to say like a triple, which is not much rep work, isn't involving your CV at all,
no.
like you'd be lying.
Well,
Like
yeah,
if you go and do a top set triple, right, and you get out, are you a wee bit puffed after?
yeah. Like if it's an RB9, like I'll be like really puffed. But say if it's
Yeah,
obviously if it's just a triple
exactly.
like an RP5 or something, I'll
Yeah,
hardly even like need to rest too much.
aye, you'll be sweet after. So
Yeah,
if it's intense like that, there's going to train your CV anyway. Rep work probably more so, but just due to the longer duration. But majority of the time, just stick yourself in the treadmill.
yeah,
Like exercise and stuff and hit training. It's so fatiguing, so taxing, which is completely grand for anyone who wants to get good in that specific area.
yeah,
100% go do it. If you're like already taxing yourself loads from rep work with barbells or just genuine high intensity triples, singles at the end of a blog or something, and you're like, I just want to improve my CV a wee bit. It's like,
yeah,
okay, just go walk on the treadmill and keep the heart rate high enough,
yeah. Like
and that's about it.
for from like my prep for December started in like July-ish, and we started like 86 kilo body weight, and I was cutting to 83s, so it was
Mm,
like a minor cut. We ended up, I think I weighed in 79.9 on the day. That's besides the matter. Like I went from 86 in July to 82 at the start of September, and
mhm.
I'll play that mainly to the volume blocks and 30 minutes cardio after every single session. And it was just
Yeah,
mainly incline walking at like average 135 heart rate. And
yeah.
I found
Wow.
after that, my rest times like weren't needed for so long.
Mhm.
Like I was puffed out for the first few minutes, like maybe 3 minutes out of a 5 minute rest. But if I hadn't been doing that, it would have normally been like, because I didn't dial in my cardio too much for last prep because of academics, so I didn't have enough time.
Mhm.
And it was about, maybe it ended up being a 7 minute rest, and I was puffed out for four, something like that.
Aye,
It's
so you
not
were
a
feeling the impacts
major
then.
difference, but I was still like feeling pretty puffed.
Yeah, it's a big enough difference. Like it's something
Yeah,
if you're taking the training seriously, would you want to miss out on improving it? Probably not.
no. I
You
just kind
probably
of had
would
to
be like,
sacrifice
well,
it
I would rather
because, yeah,
I just other priorities, which is completely grand.
yeah.
But you're doing it now, so it's
Well, it
fine.
doesn't matter
But
what prep
even
you're
the likes
doing.
of that, I actually you've got like what is
There's
it?
A
You got A
levels,
levels
and then
come
I'll be
up?
sorted.
A
Sorted,
levels?
yeah.
Yeah. Very
And
good.
funnily enough, this cut ends the day after A levels finish. So
Yeah, handy.
yeah,
And then summer.
yeah. And then
Dead
I've
on.
basically got everything else to myself. But we'll
Just
pause
easy
here and then
enough.
add Adam to the call.
That's okay.
Right. Right. So we have Adam here as well. He just decided to join the call. Uh,
Adam's a
do you want to
client
say
of
anything,
mine as
Adam?
well.
Didn't even hear what you said.
First time I've ever heard him be asked something not fucking open his mouth.
The
Mm.
fuck you on about?
Okay. Right, let's
Right.
carry on.
Right. What do you think powerlifters can learn from bodybuilders and vice versa?
We probably touched on that a good bit anyway. Um,
If there's nothing
what
you
part
you
of
can
learn?
add.
I, to be honest, it's literally the same thing of like just nailing stuff.
Yeah.
Like we said before, like
Like
nutrition wise,
powerlifters
like
need,
literally the
yeah.
question we just finished about like, what do they underestimate, and it's like
Yeah.
everything other than SPD. I would say,
Yeah.
what's the best thing you could learn from bodybuilding as a powerlifter? Everything other than SPD.
Yeah.
Exact same thing. Like
And
nutrition,
then
sleep,
is there
better training
even
execution
anything vice
among
versa?
hypertrophy exercises. Vice versa.
I'm
What
not
could
sure.
bodybuilders learn from powerlifters?
I don't even know.
Um, that would I'm trying to think of this from an aspect of what would actually improve their own ability within their sport. So, like as I said, with the powerlifters could learn a lot from bodybuilders, and it would improve their ability within their own sport. Like
Yeah.
the stuff they learn would improve their ability in powerlifting. But what could bodybuilders learn from powerlifters that could improve their ability?
It's a tough one.
I'm at a loss, to be honest. I think bodybuilding is just encompasses so much
Yeah.
that it makes it really difficult to draw out anything.
It's not like bodybuilders need to learn SBD from powerlifters.
No, that's what I mean. Because it's not going to improve like anything to do with their ability to stick on muscle. If anything, I would say from a bodybuilding perspective, doing like a standard barbell squat is so much more inefficient for hypertrophy than doing a standard leg press or a pendulum squat or a hack squat.
Yeah.
Just due to the extra stability demands of a barbell squat. You know, if you do, this is an extreme example, but if you do 50 reps of a back, let's say you did 50 reps of a barbell back squat, right?
Yeah.
One of the first things it's probably going to want to give out on you is your lower back.
Yeah, or your
For like
core
most
and
people,
whatnot.
or your whole trunk, your whole midsection is going to want to give out just from the stabilizing and actually having to maintain balance and everything that comes along with that. Now compare that to 50 reps in a leg press. You're probably only give out in your legs. So
Yeah. Well,
and same thing
barbells
applies to
anyway,
like bench press and stuff. It's like just stick yourself on an incline Smith or stick yourself on a flat bench in the Smith. And it's the exact same movement, it's the exact same thing. It's just you're getting rid of the extra stability demands.
Yeah, and you're getting better benefits from it.
Yeah, from a hypertrophy standpoint, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a tough question.
As a previous powerlifter, what are common mistakes you see in the squat and the SBD? Common mistakes.
Fuck, I have to think of this off the dome. Common mistakes I see in SBD. Rapid fire, I would say deadlifts, hips rising.
Oh yeah. Problem with that.
Squats, I would say no depth or like sandbagging them.
Or would it also be like, say if you're coming up from a squat, mostly high bar squatters would have this, like the barbell coming forward on their back.
Yeah,
Their back
it can be
goes
common.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, um, it can definitely happen. It's not one I see loads though.
No,
That could
it's
just
not
be on personal
rare.
experience, to be honest. But I would definitely say I would see like hips rising on a deadlift like all the fucking time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Or I would see like just people genuinely not getting depth on a squat like all the time.
Or like conventionaling your sumo deadlift.
What do you mean?
Like I didn't. I had a wee
Oh,
talk with this. Like
the way you wedge into it.
yeah,
Yeah, that's common.
because
Or like if someone goes into sumo and they try to wedge into the bar the same way they do in a conventional,
conventional.
it's like it's a completely different process.
Yeah, like
There's a common one for people swapping over. You're right there.
yeah, like I think Harry Leavesley referenced it earlier because Reese sent in a video of him doing sumo and said he was conventional in sumo. I just said like coach like athlete because the exact same thing happened to me whenever I was doing sumo because I was in a deadlift plateau and I thought, you know what, I might be better with sumo. Obviously, I found out that I'm a better conventional lifter, but
Yeah.
I was conventional in my sumo a lot, and I think that's a big problem with people that are switching from conventional to sumo.
Mhm.
Was there anything
Yeah,
else?
I would agree.
What about any
Bench, barbell
mistakes,
bench, bench mistakes. Just overall positioning tends to be pretty.
maybe pausing as well?
Pause is a big one,
Because
but I would usually
actually
something
took
that's
me,
pretty common is just overall positioning.
yeah.
One thing I've noticed powerlifting. One thing I've noticed powerlifting form is you know how everyone tells you holding the bar to match your elbows.
Yeah,
I've heard a lot of people call that out as a mistake. powerlifters.
Yeah.
Like
What, like just
Corey
bar
called
path?
it out. Yeah, so Corey actually called it out one day to me and Johnny in the gym was couldn't
Like
flex your
something to
elbows
do with your scapula.
so
Is it
far
probably?
in. You should have them. Yeah. You should only have them in flared so much when you're coming down. Press climb.
Yeah. I think you should listen to Bobby Wilson about that.
He means, oh, does he mean what? Just make. He's just talking about bar path and position of the elbows when
Yeah.
you're pressing. Okay.
Yeah, he was just
Yeah.
saying that, when people tell you, imagine you're bending bar,
Yeah.
flex your elbows in.
Yeah.
He was saying you can't have your elbows too flexed when you bring it down.
I
Yeah.
found
So
myself
that
like
there's actually weirdly more to do with shoulder positioning than it is elbows. So you actually mentioned shoulder blades there, and like your scapula and depressing your scapula and stuff like that. They're bringing the bar rather than having the bar right here, actually bringing it in and engaging the lats into the movement, which is a big positioning cue.
yeah.
But then also that actually indicates which angle your shoulder joints at, which will then either hinder or improve your movement, which is a big one as well, to be fair. But that's not to say a lot of lifters don't have really, really good benches and a really, really wide flaring bunch.
Yeah, I think
Like,
that also.
well, Bobby Wilson would have a very flared elbows when he benches,
Yeah,
wouldn't
he's got a very
he? He
wide
would.
grip bench too. But
Hmm.
like he posted a video on bench position like the other day, and I found it really helpful. I can't
I've
remember
seen
half the
Clement
things that
on
he
videos
said in
come
it,
up.
but
Because he's looking at, he started
obviously
properly.
listen to the pro bencher of NI. Like
Aye, the lad knows what he's talking about when it comes to bench
Yeah.
press.
you say bench
No
3
doubt
times in
about
there, and he spawns in. Like somebody, I think it was Reese, said in the
Oh,
group
yeah.
chat like 2 days ago. Just the word bench, fully out of context. Bobby just spawns in. Like it's so
Oh, okay. Do you know the Bobby Wilson lower from South Africa
no.
when he split his head open?
He split his head open.
Huh?
I only know as far back as the
So-
MCL part.
Nah, Bobby Wilson in South Africa, like it was I think it was the night after the comp and after we competed, and we all went back to the thing and we were just like cocktails and fucking having a blast, just getting lit. And I think it was that night. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was that night. And he like took a dander down to like the venue,
Yeah.
and it was like pitch fucking black, and like the street lamps non fucking existent, pitch black, and there was this one like post sign, right, like signpost, and it was one of them like ones that you would find in a footpath, and it was like a triangle one, but for some
Yeah.
reason the actual sign itself was so low, it was like near head height, and he was going down this hill, and whatever way he stepped and went in, he banged, and like when I tell you the edges of this thing were like sharper than a fucking knife. And it was like pitch black out, practically in the middle of the night. He's walking back up here, and he just bangs straight in the side of his head. And they had to shave his head and all to like get it stitched up and everything. Like
Look at Adam.
he came.
Oh, poor
He just
Bobby,
he spawned in the next morning with like a bald spot up one side of his head. And just this big fucking like stitched up head. And we were like, what the fuck happened? He was like, knocked it off a lamppost. We were like, what the fuck, lad?
I wonder if I text him right
Oh.
now and see.
How does one
No, text him right now and bring it up because that was fucking gold.
Yo.
How does one
What should I
manage?
say to him? Should I just say, you know that bald spot you have?
Just
from
bring up
lamppost?
just tell him to just ask him to tell you more about the South Africa bald spot lore. Brilliant.
I'll see if he replies. But I said him, could you tell me more about the South Africa bald spot lore?
Yeah, keep
Um,
that on.
I'm surprised you didn't get into it almost.
What?
I'm surprised you didn't get into it almost.
That's right, you're afraid I didn't get injured?
Surprised you.
I can't hear what he's saying.
Yeah, he cut out. You might need to change
I'm
the
surprised you
voice
didn't do
limiter
something.
on your mic. Or something.
Say again.
I'm surprised you didn't do something like that.
Why the fuck would I do something like that? I'm not fucking stupid. No
Poor
offense,
Bobby,
Bobby
like,
Wilson.
Are you sure about that?
No, I
Oh,
was
he-
literally.
he's
I was
sending a
so
voice note.
wrecked after the Commonwealth as well that I think we just got on it that night and I just went straight to bed.
Yeah.
Other than like running about and like jumping in the pool like way after hours and then getting told to get the fuck. And then we were like, now I'm fucking soaking and I'm in my clothes.
Yeah.
It's bedtime. So I went to sleep.
Do I?
So that when I went.
He's sending me a voice note, so he is. So we'll hear it in a second.
That's bro.
I don't even know if it'll come up through the mic, so it'll probably come
That's
up
right.
through the OBS.
I hope
but
he knows
not
what you're
Discord.
referencing.
I just said, could you tell me more about the South African bald spot lore? So I don't know what he'll think of me asking that. Because
He'll not care.
obviously nobody will know about the podcast. And you saying it, but they'll know after.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still saying it or not.
That's
new
right.
voice note. One minute
Okay,
long.
let's-
Do you want to listen to it?
I stick it on there. Stick the volume all the way up so we can hear it.
Yep.
We were watching a competition. They were going on quite late. Sorry, I'm in like replying to check-ins mode, so this is why my voice is so monotone. It was like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Conference just finished up. We were walking up the hill. I walked into the back of a sign. I'm assuming this is about me. Walked into the back of a sign and I split black, and it was pitch black night, and there was no lights lighting up the path. And then my head started bleeding, and then a doctor came running up from White Knights Media, like he sprinted like a mile to get to me. Then ambulance was called because I was bleeding a lot, and then they temporarily stitched me up. And then I had to go to the emergency department the next morning and get a patch of my head shaved. And then a patch of my head shaved and it like sewed together. So that's why I've got like a scar on the back of my head.
Well,
Yeah.
what should I say? What should I say? Reply.
Say whatever. Yeah, that's the story.
I just said damn.
Yeah.
Hear about that.
He'll know why we're asking that anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll just say to him, listen to the podcast
Hilarious.
whenever I post it.
fucking so funny.
Oh,
I don't know how funny he would find it, but
yeah.
hilarious.
Oh well,
Fucking
something to tell
hilarious.
his kids.
I know. At least he's got a memory for it. To be fair,
At least
We
you can
memento.
get- Yeah, at least you
we
remember
memento.
something. I was gonna say, you know, the question earlier about the underestimation with powerlifting. I was gonna say because like back in July, whenever, because obviously I was still sub junior, 83. I was thinking I was gonna go in and break Thomas's Commonwealth squat record, 215. Obviously, I didn't break that, but like
What did you end up hitting?
I hit 192.
Okay,
But I think it
just
was
a wee.
like I did have more kilos on the day, and I'll hold myself to that. But I think it was mainly because my squat opener was way lower, because it was my first comp. So just wanted to get the
Mhm.
first opener done over with and not jumping 20 kilos.
Aye, probably the smart way to go. Your first
Yeah.
comp.
Because I hit 190.
Because even, huh?
Because I hit 190 in prep and it was like an RP like 8, not even.
Oh, well, that's not too bad. But even Adam, you started quite low in your first attempt, didn't you?
125.
Yeah.
His mouse moving, but the audio isn't coming out.
Mouse moving, but I'm not fucking hearing nothing.
Here, change the voice. Like, do you know what I mean? Mic sensitivity.
Is this better?
Yeah,
Yes.
Is this better?
Yep.
a lot better.
I start off. Fuck.
Oh, okay.
Let's
40.
do it again. Let's do it again.
What Adam is trying to say was he started off at 125
Yeah.
and he ended up on 140 at the end, which is that's actually only 15 kilos, isn't it?
With the slightest handling mistake
But
in a second.
I probably left there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would agree. I would agree. But even that there, like 125 was
that's three of the
relatively
that's
easy
three of
left for
us
you.
that had a perfect day that
What?
weekend. That's three of us that had a perfect day that
Yeah.
weekend. Me, you, and Bailey.
Did Bailey have a perfect day?
Yeah, Bailey had nine
Yeah, he went hard.
Good man. It's
I think
really, really impressive from him, you know.
like a
Very
lot of people
impressive from
don't like
Bailey.
a lot of people don't recognize Bailey enough because he is probably one of the hardest workers in the room.
Yeah, which is
He
actually,
does
to be
every
fair,
day
I'm
of
gonna be
his
honest.
night or life.
Like, I really debated whether or not Bailey would even continue powerlifting for like a long time.
We did say at a point that he was
What?
going.
Yeah, like I was
Yeah,
under the impression he was going to quit as well. Like I actually,
there was
I
a
don't
very,
know. Go ahead, Adam.
there was a very lot of
You're cutting out again.
not.
This is just Adam trying not to cut out challenge.
There was a while that we ought to stop.
Yes,
Yeah,
mate.
I think I got what you were saying.
Having a fucking
Turn down the
screaming
voice
like
sensitivity so it just picks up absolutely everything, unless it's your Wi-Fi.
Wife got wife.
Are you
I
on
don't even
mobile
know if he's
data?
trying to slag you off there or what.
Neither.
No, he's speechless. He's frozen now. Someone get text to speech on for this lad.
Can someone like send some tech support to South Africa real quick?
Man, fuck's sake. I'll get Tim in with
Oh, he's
Virgin.
texting me. LB Wi-Fi because there is none, and he's in an effing game reserve.
I'll ring Tim here.
Oh,
Tim will get you sorted with some Virgin Media, lad. Don't even worry.
aye.
Here, my
What's
Virgin.
the price?
Tell him I want my.
Man, I would tell him if I knew what you were saying. Trust me.
Tell him my. Uh,
Oh, he's gone. Fuck's sake. Yeah.
no, wait, he's texting me.
To be expected. To be expected. Like, you can't fucking hear what he's
I
saying.
give up.
Yeah,
Signal gonna keep
fast.
going. It's okay. Miss you already. Where even
Well.
were we?
We finished the Bobby Wilson story and we were probably talking about something else. I don't remember.
Oh, it was my underestimation thing. Like I said, I was
Oh,
gonna,
yes.
I said I thought I was gonna like go in and break Thomas's record and stuff like that. That's what I really wanted to do, and I think that if I had been born a month like because I was born in December, so I had my 18th birthday like 3 days after the December comp.
Mhm.
So I think if I was born a month later, then I could have went in and broke his record in March.
Yeah. If you
Probably.
were born in January.
If I was born in January, I think I probably would have broke
Yeah.
his record in March, if not the June Open.
Yeah. I would say
Probably
so.
would have secured a ticket to Commonwealths too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But
I
you
wasn't born
also
a month
don't
later.
know because you would have been, well, you wouldn't have been that much younger.
Yeah. Like even if I was born like 2 weeks, like bare start of January, I'd still be sub junior for that year.
Yeah. Which is mad whenever you think about it. Because you're what? You
Yeah.
would be very young for a junior now then.
Eh.
You would probably be like the youngest you can get for a junior.
Yeah. Because I'm December.
Birthday at the end of December. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas like even me, my birthday's in July. So I had
So you're mid.
half a year where I was 18 and still sub junior.
Yeah. And then there's
Whereas
Thomas
you
who
were
was
like
18
18
from
for like two.
March.
Aye. Was that like 9 months?
Like
Pretty
Thomas
much,
is junior at the same time as me as well.
hmm
For the same
But
amount of time.
Thomas is I want to call him a freaking nature, but he also
Farmer.
is just genuinely like one of the. He's a farmer. That's one.
I
I just forgets it.
think Bobby's also a farmer, is he not?
He is, yeah. He is indeed.
It's the farmers, man.
I know it is indeed. But Thomas is a workhorse at the same time.
He's also
Like the
just like
lad,
one of the hardest workers, if not the hardest worker in
he
the room, and he's got a good
probably the
lifestyle.
hardest.
Yeah.
Aye, from an overall sense, he's the hardest worker. Like,
Because
because he nails everything as well. Like he is he is pretty much
Except
near
sleep.
enough.
I think
Except sleep.
Yeah.
But I remember there was a point like around Commonwealth time where he had like a whip and everything to like track his sleep.
Yeah.
And I think I think he was maybe getting some nutritional guidance, maybe not at that point, but he was at least looking at sleep. And after Commonwealth, he just like continued to go on and on and on. And like he's one of the powerlifters, like the few who try and nail everything. Like he has nutrition. He literally has been paying for a nutritionist. Was he's been with Michael for ages?
Yeah. I
Like
didn't
he's
know
been with
if he was
Michael
still with
for nutrition.
Michael or not. Because I knew he was
Well, he
with
might be.
Utopia.
He was with Utopia. He might just be with Peter now.
Yeah. But Pete's still
Peter
with-
seems to get pretty good results nutrition wise anyway,
Yeah.
which is I think a lot of this is actually fucking. This is a hot take. This is a hot take and a half. I think a lot of powerlifting coaches don't read enough into nutrition.
Yeah.
I don't think they do. I don't think a lot of them read like loads and loads into nutrition the way they should.
Yeah. I think
Um,
like especially this prep or just past prep and then like going into this one, I think Reese is looking more into my nutrition, so I can't say that he's one of them coaches. But
I would say as
for
well,
the
Reese is
first
still
prep, it wasn't too much, but like obviously he didn't know me as well as a person.
yeah.
So
He's
the
also
weight and
still
stuff.
relatively new as a coach,
Yeah, like
which is like yeah, Grant. Like you're not going to expect someone like in their first few years to, unless they're really on the ball, which is learning, or they're putting themselves in that position, then like and having to learn it just genuinely through their own action. Like they're not going to have everything nailed knowledge wise.
yeah. I think the way, because since Pete's his coach as well, like he definitely does get a lot of things from Pete with the way he does things.
Oh yeah,
Maybe indirectly and directly, and
mm.
obviously all the advice and stuff. Because like he was talking, I think it was a couple of days after I spoke to you, a week out from comp about my possible jump to 93s for like
And you were talking about nutrition and stuff.
talk about nutrition and stuff. And then I said to Reese about it, and he'd come back to me, and we said we'll stick 83s because he was speaking to Michael Collin about it, and I think that's good because like, even though Michael Collins not my nutritionist, he still gave a opinion on that sort of
You have
topic.
someone weighed in. I think you for just I'm going to weigh in on it as well just now. You're like in a pretty good position to recomp quite a bit for 83s. Like very good position. Like you're still from an analytical perspective, you're still quite fluffy for an 83.
And it's
Like if you
also,
really wanted to, you could just take the time to get yourself pretty diced and
fill it.
lean bulk your whole way back up to your like, you know, midsection showing through completely fine, relatively lean, but you're like 82 kilos comp day.
Yeah.
And that could probably be an addition of like 6 kilos of muscle, maybe.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Then,
would be the addition there. And you think the performance improvement you get from like anywhere from 3 to 6 kilos of muscle,
yeah.
massive.
I mean, much different because then I wouldn't have to like compete up with an 83s because I'm still like, if we're talking about Bobby and Matt Flan, I'm only like 30 kilos behind them, and I still had kilos on the day, in my opinion, just from like how I felt, and they're probably closest to me besides your boy Solomon who beat me. So they're the three next in line in front of me in the 83s, alongside Harry and Reese, who are both quite higher than them. Like Reese, his December performance wasn't maximal. Like he definitely wanted more on the day, and he just scraped 610. Harry 625 in November, and
Yeah.
Matt Flan and Bobby are like 40 kilos behind them.
Yeah.
Well, 40 kilos
I mean,
behind Harry.
Mm. Would Harry be the top of the 83s?
Yes.
Actually,
Yeah, but he
he wa-
totaled
he wasn't always.
597. He
He
totaled
wasn't always
597
like.
on March comp, but he weighed in 300 grams over, and he said it's like a soft peak for this, and then it was like sort of a warm up for
Wait,
that.
he
That's why he competed.
did he like go in at the end of weigh-ins or something?
He weighed in 300 grams over. Just he couldn't lose the weight.
You can redo it though. 300 grams.
What? What do you mean?
You can lose 300 grams before the end of a weigh-in.
He was trying to poo. He just couldn't. He just couldn't get the weight out.
Go run on the treadmill for half an hour and then go
He
piss.
should.
Honestly, you'd shed 300 grams pretty easy. Go stick yourself in a high set in the treadmill, sweat like fuck, and take a piss at the end of it.
Yeah.
You'll 300 grams off pretty easy. Like
I don't think
even
I don't
even
think
in even in
that
terms
mattered
of
too much to him either, though.
well, maybe that as a thing as well. Like he could have went and done. It would have affected his performance, yes. So it really depends. But if he had went
Yeah.
and gone somewhat hard on some cardio machines and broke a pretty good sweat, but he went at a good enough intensity to sort of dig into glycogen stores a wee bit,
Yeah.
he could have flushed out a good bit of water, a good bit of glycogen. Maybe would have gave some more time for that food volume, maybe sitting in his stomach still from the night before to flow through him a wee bit better.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
that's sort of like where I am
just
in
get
terms
through.
of the 83s. So like, there's no real point because there's not very many 93s, yes, but like I sort of like the challenge. Like, there's no
I think
point
you've
jumping
got
away at class
plenty of
just for
room to
less
grow
people.
anyway.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I'm still sort of new. Like, I haven't even been powerlifting for
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah, you've so much room to grow, and like from a genuine just improvement over time standpoint, loads, and then from an improvement from
Yeah.
body recomp,
And then like
loads. You
I
know, there's
realized
so much
that
there.
in the time in just less than a year that Thomas and Pete had been working together, that they added 120 kilos to his total from 83 to 93. I think it was 83 from 93 because it was like, I don't know if Pete was coaching him for British Nats or not, but
He was.
between those two weight classes, and I don't even want to took my own horn or Reese's horn, but Reese has added 117 to my total in the same weight class in
Mhm.
relatively the same amount of time. But also, I'm a
Yeah.
newcomer, so obviously the kilos will be different.
There's that to
because
take into
obviously
consideration.
Progression will go down.
Well,
So if you do it for
Thomas is
years,
weird because he hasn't really slowed down.
well, yeah,
It's like that first year you're going to make a lot. Like even the likes of I have Tim.
yeah.
Tim's
Tim's
like
progressed a
what?
lot.
He might be up about 130, 140 kilos on his
Yeah.
total.
And he's been powerlifting for. Did he start not?
A year?
Did he start like August, something like that?
No, he started like
After
a
that?
year and a couple months.
A year and a couple months ago. So
Yeah,
maybe
like that
4 months before
That
I did,
December
or something.
comp, right? That December comp would have been like just before his 1 year, or probably around his
Alright.
1 year actually.
Right, so he would have started like not November past, but the November before, or like
Yeah,
January.
that started December.
Not bad.
It's like a
Yeah.
year in what 3.5, 4 months.
Yeah. Still crazy.
Yeah. Some people just respond really well to training.
Yeah.
Something like Thomas responds really well to training and puts the work in. You
Yeah,
clearly
and
respond
obviously
very well to
rugby
training
too.
and put the work in.
Yeah. Rugby too for Thomas, because farmer
Yeah.
rugby, and thinking because Pete Slash also touched on it that it translates really well to powerlifting if you do it right.
Yeah, you can make them both work.
Yeah.
It's not ideal by any means, but it never is ideal to balance two sports. So
Yeah, and a lot of his athletes do or balance multiple sports. I think Reese does MMA,
Yeah.
padel, and powerlifting.
hmm
I think that's the 3 sports he does. But
oh,
one more question for you.
this is the last one.
What's one training belief you held that completely, or what's one
Wh-
training
what's
belief
that?
you held that you've completely changed your mind on?
Oh, that's hard, you know.
Best for last.
It's a really difficult one. Training belief, which I held, that I've completely changed my mind on.
I'd say probably from like since you started the gym. Maybe.
Because there's a lot of things, but I can't say there's anything I've like completely changed my mind on. Because pretty much everything works.
What about like slightly?
But I would say that again.
What about like slightly?
Slightly.
Or like a good bit. Not completely, but a good bit.
But let me just change the wording slightly. And what has been a bigger shift? What's been
Yeah.
one of the biggest shifts in my own training and what I would apply to people I do train is probably the belief that a lot of people have it. If you go in and do a session, it's like it needs to be fucking hardcore and you need to be fucking in agony and it needs to hurt and it needs to be sore, it needs to be shit. You know, you need to be going in and doing like all this and all that, and it needs to be hardcore as fuck and it needs to be like, you know, debilitating.
Yeah. And like completely knackered
And
and you can't do anything for the rest of the day.
yeah, it does not need to be like that at all.
Yeah.
Like you're not trying to. I mean, look, we're talking about this the other day. If you're going into a session, you're not trying to go into that session to make yourself tired and fucked.
Yeah.
You're trying to go into that session to get a result
Get stimuli.
and get stimulus from the session.
Stimulus,
So,
yeah.
you know, things, yeah. So if you're going in and you're doing, which is common of like going in and like drop setting every exercise or doing this thing, which I've seen before of like, do some reps, stick a plate on, do some reps, stick a plate on, do some reps, stick a plate on, and like pyramiding up, like with no rest, like things like that there. Like, you're gonna be fucked after that.
Yeah.
And is it probably going to provide growth? Yes, but is it the most efficient? No. Is it the most effective? Probably not. It's probably not the most. It's probably not the most effective either.
Yeah.
To be honest. So I would say you're not going into the gym to bust your fucking hours and get really tired, really exhausted. You're going to the gym just to simply get proper stimulus through the target muscles in every single exercise that you do and gain a result from it.
Yeah.
And
Even
that's
if it's
probably the
lighter.
biggest shift that I've had on my own belief in training is I don't need to go to the gym and try to execute myself and attempt murder.
Yeah.
I need to
I'd
just
sort
go
of say
in
the same.
and think I've got this exercise to do, this exercise to do, I've got this many sets, you know, to do on it, and it's like, okay, let me just execute that set to the best of my ability, take a bit of rest, go in, second set, best of my ability, that's it. But maintaining that under, you know, proper execution and actually programming that correctly to not absolutely gas me out to the point
Yeah.
where I'm like 4 days later after a session, I'm like, oh, I'm still in agony.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same as when we touched on earlier about the difference between 1 and 2 in reps and reserve compared to failure
Yeah.
is like not much in terms of hypertrophy,
In terms
but
of
it is a massive difference in terms of fatigue.
yeah.
And I would always be a person to like go to failure. Like I'll just go on everything to complete until the point I can't do anymore.
Until
And
got
I
hooked,
used to,
that was the case for me.
I used to do partials and everything as well.
Yeah.
But then I sort of even started taking them out because I was like,
Yeah.
do I feel extra stimulus from them? Like, yeah, I feel extra stimulus, but does it warrant the level of fatigue I know it's going to carry along with it?
Yeah.
Like, no. And would people out there be like, oh, that's fucking, you know, that's some fucking pussy shit? Probably.
Yeah.
But is it probably more effective and more efficient? Yeah. Is everything going to work? Like, yes, everything's probably going to work. You can come in and do them pyramid sets and do this, that, and the other, and go and bust your balls and it's grand. But it's just going to be far worse for you in the long run. More prone to injury, worse recovery times.
Yeah. And as I said earlier, overuse
Um,
injuries.
yeah. That's a big one as well. You've
Yeah.
experienced that firsthand.
What overuse
Um,
injuries have you got? Like had?
Not really any.
Like
I've never really had overuse injuries. If I have, I didn't really realize that's what they were.
ah
I don't really get. I mean, I get a lot of niggles,
yeah.
like I do, especially the minute like my joints are fucked.
Yeah.
Like all of them, they're all fucked. I go on to do an exercise, my wrist hurts. I go on to do a press, my elbow hurts.
Yeah.
I go to do anything, whether it's a press, a fly, a lateral raise, in any plane, my shoulders just are dead.
Yeah.
But like, it's not an overuse injury. It's just due to prep.
Yeah.
Like I even find whenever I
You
get
know the
like,
difference between the two.
yeah, because I know my training's fine.
Yeah. You know your
I know my training's spot on. I know I'm not overexerting myself when I'm training. I know I'm getting a good enough result because I can see myself growing.
Yeah.
But I know I'm not overexerting myself, and that's the reason for the injuries. I know that because whenever I hit my refeeds in for the week that I have, the week, about 5, 6 days after I have my refeed, which is just the extra carbs, um, over one day, over maybe a couple days, like this weekend, my shoulders feel sweet.
Yeah.
Even today, like normally day to day doing things, like I had a period of time where I was getting into my car, like this was only a matter of weeks ago. Um, I was getting into my car and I was having to grab my seatbelt. I had to use two hands to drag my seatbelt across me because I actually couldn't
Right.
apply enough force across my body like this to get the seatbelt.
That's just me in a
Um,
driving lesson, like the day after doing primary bench or something.
yeah,
Or like
but
chest
I know that
extensions.
that there is going to be fixed by just having more food,
Yeah.
and that's fine. But if we get back to the main thing, biggest training philosophy I would say that's changed for me would be you're not trying to like practically kill yourself whenever you go into the gym. You're trying to do what you need to do to get a result and not absolutely fuck yourself. And some people would probably label that as, you know, you're being a bit of a bitch. But, you know, if the extra stuff that people say, you should do this, you should do this, like, is only going to generate more fatigue and more ability to, you know, have injuries start to show,
Yeah.
why would you do it?
And then it only
It's
just
just
gives
going
you
to
more
fatigue you more.
trouble in the long run. On the long run.
Yeah. Aye, it absolutely doesn't. Majority of my sets, like I actually have some sessions where I have like one set on some exercises.
Yeah. Same.
Like once one set, that's it. Like I'll go in for my upper day
Yeah.
and my back has been a big thing that's needed brought up. So I'll go in for my upper day and I'll probably do like one set of upper body, like front, like push based exercises.
Yeah.
And then I'll maybe do 2 to 3 on some back stuff, so like maybe 2 for like an upper back movement and maybe 3 for lat movements.
Yeah.
Because
Like
lats need brought up loads, and I know my front shots are pretty fucking dead on anyway.
yeah.
Will that increase as I finish up prep and have more food to be able to actually push the sessions more? And then I'm able to sort of raise that fatigue barrier up just due to the extra nutrition and the extra carbs, the extra energy. Like, yes, it'll all increase. My volume will increase pretty much across the board. Um, But I could imagine being in the position I'm in right now and having to go train and being like, oh, you need to be hardcore as fuck and you need to do like, what, 10 by 10s or like every minute on the minute lifts or
Yeah.
like
Like a
20
70
sets of
set.
leg press.
Like
I like
70
pyramid
sets of bench or
sets,
something.
like something fucking stupid. Um, so that would be the biggest thing for me, for sure.
And I also think like the training super hard, like going in to basically like kill yourself or with the mindset of that.
Yeah.
If I hadn't have done that, there's also the aspect if I hadn't have done that, I think I would have made more progress in the gym. But if I like then again, I still sort of give credit to it for the reason I started powerlifting because with tennis elbow, I was like right. I can still go to the gym, but I'm just gonna limit myself to legs. So
You were
was
just
doing
training legs like non-stop.
2 times a week, like really heavy volume days. So that's whenever I
Mhm.
loved squats rather than bench and deadlifts at the time. And then whenever sort of the tennis levels started to clear up eventually, I was into more bodybuilding and like bench PRs and stuff like that whenever I got back in the January. And it sort
Mhm.
of like built up into the May time where I was like, I'm good, or I was doing somebody else's workout program. I think you know who I'm talking about, like what they were doing. It was like 3 days a week, powerlifting stuff because I didn't want to buy a
Yeah.
program at the time. And Reese reached out to me and gave me a program because he said that's a whole lot of volume. So I was like, sweet, and then I paid for the program, and then 6 weeks later, he ended up giving me 8 weeks coaching, and I've been there since.
Yeah.
So I
And
think
this
if
is
I hadn't
carried on from there.
hit that injury, then I probably wouldn't be powerlifting right now.
Probably not.
But you never know, because I've always been good mates with Bailey since I joined the gym, Bailey and Braden. So
You could have got into it
could have got into
eventually.
it anyway. Yeah, but you never know.
Yeah.
Happy where I am right now.
Well, you're in there now and you're doing pretty well, so
Gives me a sport to do. Like,
things are good.
but I think that was the last question.
Was the last
I don't
one.
think there's
Yeah.
much to add on.
I don't think I've anything more to add to that anyway.
It was pretty in
I think
depth. We're at an hour and a half.
sums that up pretty much. It's an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
That's mad.
That's the longest episode.
I'm so glad I had my oats prior to this. Because I'm fucking
water the
starving.
whole time. This was full. Whenever we started.
Yeah, this was full.
Mm.
Drank so much
1.5
of
liters?
Yeah.
That's crazy. He had a 1.5 liter bottle on the collar there.
Like,
yeah,
I definitely need to get more. I've only got one meal left anyway, but
I actually need to.
it's one of the ones with the
No,
extra carbs for today. So
Yeah.
thank fuck, because it's like
I'm
it's
definitely
actually
getting
something
some meat
absurd.
after this.
Aye, I get
Because
chicken, full bag of
chicken-
rice, and like 4 rounds of toast and jam.
Yeah.
Bang.
I'm just gonna make the most of it before cut tomorrow. Obviously,
Oh, you start
I'm
tomorrow?
bored. Yeah, I start cutting tomorrow. Which I'm not entirely like fussed off about because I haven't
shouldn't be
cut
that bad.
since last summer.
It's good you have the proper guidance for it anyway.
Yeah,
Um,
and then I don't really have.
whenever you actually
too much
have the
monitoring
guidance
programs.
for it, yeah, when you actually have the guidance there for it, it's far easier.
Yeah,
That's what I try telling everybody.
hit the
Like,
macros.
yeah, and just trust what he said to you. Why does that camera keep doing that?
Yeah, I was doing it a few times.
There we go. I just trust what he said to you because it will work. Even whenever you're in the pits a wee bit, like it's fucking grand. Like I actually had, I have a client of mine like last week. He lost like a good bit this year anyway.
Yeah.
He was what like 5 kilos down, like 4 or 5 kilos down from the start of the year. Like if like at the start of this month.
Like I think
And then I was like,
86 was my
I was like,
heaviest, and then my lightest was where I started the gym at like 69. So I was still gaining quite a lot from starting the gym, but it's not like
69.
massive. I was 69 whenever I started.
Hi. Do you want to know something crazy?
Well,
I was like 61.
that's not too.
For my height, I haven't grown.
What are you?
I was
again? Like 80 odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hit 83 there. I hit 83 there. At the end of the like pretty much the end of the off season.
Yeah.
And then we brought it down now, and I hit a new low there the other day. I say a new low, but it's like pretty much just whenever I'm like, yeah. And it was like 75.6, which was absurd. I was like, holy fuck. And then I had my refeed yesterday, and I woke up this morning, and it's like 78.2.
Yeah. Hold on.
So
Right, I do need to wrap it up.
That's right. I need to go here now.
No worries, I'll let you go do your program and stuff. I know you still have to do that. But is there anything else you'd like to add before we go?
No, I think that's everything. I think we covered a lot
Yeah.
there anyway. There was a lot of good questions there.
That'll be interesting.
Aye, a lot of good questions there. A lot of stuff to take from that.
Yeah.
I think I just need to go get my food now.
Yeah.
But anyway,
So,
that was good.
thanks for your
Right,
time.
I should chat to you later.
Talk to you later.
No problem. Bye bye.
Bye.